Hey everybody, what is going on? Captain Stu, nothing blog, playing some Zelda. So it should say in the cover, but for those of you who don't know, this is also going to be my insignificant contribution to the ongoing larger discussion on hashtag where is the fair use. So up until now I haven't played any Nintendo games on my channel. One, because I hadn't gotten my Retron yet, and the other part being, as I understand it, Nintendo was particularly rough in their enforcement of copyright law for its properties. I understand that they, if you try to monetize a video that features Nintendo's content, they're gonna take your money right away, or just flat out hit you with a strike, denying your ability to upload that content. And in theory, I don't have a problem with the original copyright holders claiming certain monetary rewards for somebody using their work. For example, not too long ago I launched my Ghostbusters playthrough. Whoop, damn it. And yeah, okay, you win, buddy. I'll walk away. I launched my Ghostbusters playthrough, and I had a part of the game which was a little introduction screen. Actually, no. I think I've played this all the way through, but anyways, it was the game's introduction. It was the game's demo, and I took that demo and I put some footage of myself that I'd shot over top of it as a fun little intro to the video of me getting all my Ghostbuster gear on and a shitload of models there. But and then right away when I went to upload that video, I was informed. Ooh, I would love to buy that new shield. I was informed, like this has been claimed by the Ghostbusters theme song is here. It's been claimed by the original artist. He's taking your money, and that's what you get for using his copyrighted material. And of course, because I forgot to untag monetize the video before that point, I was unable to demonetize it after the fact. I meant to outright deny that video monetization because I kind of figured it would be. But then again, I also don't mind giving the guy who wrote the Ghostbusters song a little bit of money. So that's for a video. I was using a song I had no right to in a video about Ghostbusters. So, which brings me to what I was hoping to talk to you guys about today, and I would love to foster a discussion already happening in all kinds of other places, so I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get much here. But copyright law exists for commentary, news reporting, and for parody. And I firmly believe, like, if you're doing a parodical review of the Ghostbusters film, it's probably not unfair to use some of the Ghostbusters music in that review. It stresses your point. It helps you get across, your message, or your parody of the material. That kind of makes sense. But video games are kind of a neat beast in a lot of ways. Unlike any material that's come before it. A movie is one thing, but yes, this is Nintendo's game. It's Nintendo's character, but it's my gameplay. So I can understand in a Let's Play video about. Whoa, shoot! Didn't mean to do that. How do I talk to this lady? Oh, stop doing that. In a Let's Play video about Ghostbusters, me using the song and putting on clothes, it makes sense for the guy who wrote the Ghostbusters song to take my work, because it has nothing to do with a video game Let's Play at the time, besides me setting up atmosphere. I can kind of concede that point. However, the rest of the bit that I have monetized and that I'm allowed to monetize is me playing the game. You know, the copyright holders, the people that made the game, have no control over my gameplay footage. You know, they are not playing the game. I'm the X factor here. I am the one playing it, moving the characters. I dictate the pace of the action. I dictate the action of the character. You know what I mean? Like, I could be playing it in a silly way. What if I played Ghostbusters and, you know, I never used anything but the proton weapon? That would be, you know, a unique thing. It's not like a video that's, you know, yeah, you can parody it and you know, you can use the original footage as a juxtaposition for the parodical note you're making. That makes sense in terms of fair use. But in a video game, my own action is different than the guy that Shigeru Miyamoto, you know, did not say like, oh, and at this point he should go up. I decided to go up. I decided to go left, and I decided to go right. And I think that's kind of where, that's the leg we have to stand on. Fair use laws were written before video games existed. They weren't designed or written to protect transformative medium or a organic medium like video games. You know what I mean? When I watched the Game Grumps, or when I watched, I don't know, PewDiePie or somebody, you know what I mean? I didn't go to Nintendo and ask for a PewDiePie. You know, PewDiePie markets himself. He was not created by Nintendo. You know, so we are in a weird little position where, well, it's a Nintendo game. I'm tuning in to watch somebody play it because of who they are, or their play style, or their take on the game. So we have to update the laws. There's been, you know, with everything happening to the Nostalgia Critic and Your Movie Sucks, and you know, some of the guys that you don't hear about, like, well, you do hear a little bit about Jim Sterling, even though he tends to have an easier go of it, but, you know, Jim Sterling and Your Movie Sucks guy, Nostalgia Critic, Movie Bob, for those of the other people on the internet who might know who Movie Bob is. You know, Movie Bob used to do really awesome movie reviews and parodies, but now he just puts up still images because he's tired of being sued by copyright holders. Okay, can you give me any help, lady? I need help. You know, it's he's really had to doctor his content the same way Nostalgia Critic does, like, his little movie reenactments instead of the movie itself. So, you know, I won't just say like this is wrong and we should have free reign of anybody's original content we want. You know what I mean? I won't say that, but I definitely think that if this is going to be legislated, the laws have to be more clear, and they need to be reviewed for the change that has become that the internet has brought. You know, like when those fair use laws were written, the communication level that we have been given by the internet just wasn't even fathomed. You know, like the concept that, like, at the click of a button, I can watch the Nostalgia Critic tear apart in hilarious and excellent detail a beloved film, was just something that had not been conceived and could not be conceived at the time. You know what I mean? I think the laws need to change because, you know, art is never static. It shouldn't be static. By virtue of its definition, art needs to be dynamic and organic and change and evolve. And we are definitely getting to a point where art on the internet is very, oh god, get out of the way of the ball, you dummy. Art is very, you know, it's symbiotic. I love watching Let's Players. I love watching somebody else's take on an interactive puzzle. You know, like a video game. You know, so you have the game itself, which is fun to watch, and then you have the person playing it. You know what I mean? Like, it is its own unique thing, and the two, while symbiotic, are separate. You know what I mean? A let's play of, let's say, Markiplier is going to be different than a let's play of, I don't know, let's just make up a random name, Ryan Everyman. You know what I mean? Like, I tune in to watch Markiplier because he's hilarious, and he's got a very distinct voice, and he's got a very distinct style. Whereas Ryan Everyman might have a bad mic and no sense of pacing. You know what I mean? It's art. At that point, it's art. Just like you can have an amazing painter like Picasso and a not so amazing painting like, I don't know, my neighbor down the street who never paints and is just, used for this terrible metaphor. We need to readjust the laws. They need to be, oh my God, they need to be looked at again and talked about. We need to figure out where the line on this stuff is, because up till now, it hasn't been very clearly defined. And as we've had artists trying to learn and change and adapt and create new art, or foster the communication machine that is the internet, they're being penalized for it. Just at the same time, we have companies blatantly abusing a flawed and broken system that allows them to take advantage and, in some cases, take money, literally take money away from artists trying to entertain through the latest and greatest entertainment tool. It is frustrating to see these companies hold back social and artistic progress because there's no money in not doing that. So, I got caught in the maze. I cannot remember the pattern. I know about this maze, but I don't remember the pattern. I should have done some more homework before I played. It is frustrating to see these companies do this. To up-and-coming artists. And again, like, this video will not be monetized, or if I forget to click the button again, Nintendo's gonna get all my money because it features their game, despite the fact that it's me nonsensically rambling at you for however long this video ends up being, and I'm the one dictating Link's movements, and I'm the one dictating Link's action. You know what I mean? If you haven't picked up already, the shtick in my channel is that I'm not very good at video games. Whereas if you watch this, Marksepticeye, you could be very good at Zelda and be kicking serious ass. So, which would be a different experience. My input, my artistic vision, per se, is what dictates this playthrough. What makes it unique. And I think that is what we need to... whatever. That's what we need to address. That's what needs to be looked at here. And I understand, YouTube, that you have a huge, giant thing on your hands here, and that if you don't put a computer, in the loop to help you process the just ridiculous amount of videos that come out daily, it'll never happen. But at the same time, you gotta be treating your people better. And I understand that it's lucrative to hold back and to just kind of fuck the artist and just kind of put your hands up and be like, yeah, we don't know, we're impartial, it's a computer system. But I mean, you can't do that. You've come onto the scene, you've changed the game, you've created a new, fascinating way for creators to create, and we love it. If we didn't love it, it wouldn't be the juggernaut that it is. But by allowing this system to just blindly exploit the creative while allowing, the people that hold the licenses to just make claims with zero punishment, with zero cost to their own, but where, while having a massive effect on the artists who are being blacklisted, frankly. Go back there. It's not right, and left unchecked, people will leave. That's something else we learned from the internet has taught us is, there's always somebody doing the same thing somewhere, maybe slightly better. You know what I mean? The next channel that does not stifle creative freedom in the interest of monetization will become the new hotspot, because that's the thing with these companies that love to stand up and, you're hurting our artistic vision, you're hurting our bottom line, these are the same guys that gave us fucking the Transformers movies, they're the reason that we had the Star Wars prequels, like this consumer driven approach to art as opposed to art, will never win. People are always going to make movies, and they're always going to play video games or make video games or push creative boundaries, because that's what people do. We're forward thinking, we're artistic, we love this stuff. And I mean, it's frustrating and heartbreaking to the point where I'm just like walking an enemy that this place that we love. Like, I remember when I first found YouTube, I thought it was like so amazing and magical. I could find any video I wanted on the world. As a young filmmaker, I thought it was amazing. And again, I wanted to be a professional filmmaker, so I tried to go the other way and get a bit more creative. Not creative, be a bit more professional. I tried to get into like proper studios. But I look back and I look at what these other people that just stuck with YouTube out of the sheer love of having an easy, fun way to make movies for the people in their lives. That, like Phil DeFranco and some of the other great big, like not ancient, but some of the older tubers, and the way they've reached out and they touch people. And yes, for a lot of people, like you, Fine Brothers, kind of built their own little empires, or are trying to build their own little empires. It's fascinating. I love it. You could write someone I'm sure is writing a book about it. It's really neat. It's gonna die if we don't find a way. If we don't find a balance between creative people and the companies that own or don't own. Because there has been recorded accounts of people just because there's no penalty for accusing somebody of stealing something. There's plenty of cases of people just stealing people's stuff and then hitting them with a copyright strike so they can steal their monetization. Your system is broken, it's unfair, and it's going to start stifling the creativity in a big way. I mean, a lot of people have had to art through adversity a bit and adapt their content to your system, your robotic copyright system. And I guess, if properly properly set up and maybe made a bit more fair to both parties, your monetization split could even be a viable option. But as it stands now, it's just not, and it's unfair. You have people that are working very hard to support your website losing their livelihood because somebody with bigger pockets is going after their content because it sometimes it may or may not contain something that they had a hand in, and there's no penalty for them just to be like, yep, everybody steal everything from us, we're gonna punish, take their money, shut them down, we don't like it, you said something negative about our art, we're gonna stifle your creativity or your criticism with copyright strike. It's unbalanced and it's unfair and it's frankly getting out of control. And I think left unchecked could be part. We could be looking at the beginning of the end of YouTube. I definitely think that's a very long time away, but it doesn't change the fact that left unchecked, this could very well be the end of YouTube. I think I remember that lady. I'm gonna have to go all the way back. I'm sure I'll die and stumble more there. So, again, there's my appeal, there's my 2 cents. I definitely don't think that people should just get any right to any material they want or have the free reign to just do whatever they want with other people's work. Definitely not. But we need to define more clearly what does constitute fair use so that people can continue to develop their art and get their message out or tell their story or to show off their critique or make their parody without fear of being punished by a faceless corporation who is literally impervious to any damage for making this contribution. So again, I played a Nintendo game for the first time on my channel, knowing full well that I will not be able to monetize this. I'll be giving this money to Nintendo. Their game, my gameplay, but hopefully that illustrates my point that this is a problem. It's not. It's something that needs to be looked at, because as it stands right now, it's broken, and it's not going to be too long because, again, faceless penny pinchers stifle off your artists and they find somewhere else to work. Well, I apologize for rambling in places, but I hope you all know what I mean, and I hope you had fun. I am apparently really bad at Zelda. I didn't. I need to like play this game a bit more. Figure out where the hell to go. I have no idea where to go. This is nuts. But yeah, thanks for coming out, and I'll see you next time. Hashtag where is the fair use?